Dr. Saida, I invited you to come on because I just want you to tell us what we're going to do at the retreat in Copenhagen in the end of May, where we have invited women to come and learn about embodied feminine leadership. And
Well, first of all, I'm very excited to be coming back to Copenhagen. It's a beautiful city, and I've run many retreats there, and the women are extraordinary. So I'm very, very excited for that. The what we're going to be doing is a 2.5 day journey that will set you up to win in any time of life. So although there is a focal point a little bit more on understanding the power stage of life, it doesn't matter where you're at, because if you are a younger person, learning about this will also set you up to win and not be afraid of this time of life. If you're in the process right now of facing this particular life challenge and want some support, it's an excellent time to learn this. If you're already on the other side of it, it's also an excellent time to learn it, because for everyone, we're going to be reorienting how we're moving through life. We're going to do that through embodied practices. So you're going to learn a lot of cool stuff that you can do at home afterwards and really continue to cultivate a sense of ease in your body, a sense of being in control so that you understand how to work with, for example, your nervous system, so that you're not always feeling like in the whirlwind of stress that's all around us. A way to revitalize and re-energize your body. And all of this stuff is just done purely through body mechanics, breath, and intentional self-practice. Some of the practice will also explore how do we support the endocrine system, the hormonal system. What are some great ways that we can do that naturally? Also, how do we cultivate a sense of joy in the body, aka also pleasure. So for those of us who want to understand life isn't only about stress, life isn't only about being contracted, there's also a very important part of life that involves being expanded, open, curious, and leaning in. So the practices are going to be designed, first of all, just to nourish you, and then secondly, to show you how safe it is to actually engage with life in a very open, joyous, and curious space. Everything that I will be teaching is tried and true. And now we even have some of the information's been tested in a formal study. So we're really looking at those changes. Also working with a gynecologist, we've seen that women can fully rejuvenate their genitals to being much, much younger and very functional by learning these technologies. So it's been shown through gynecological pelvic exams that any woman who engages with this has the capacity to literally reverse age her genitals, which is super exciting. And what that means is when you engage in these things, you can avoid all the problems that can come up with time, which means prolapses, dysfunction, and a lot of these problems that really can take away quality of life are actually avoidable when women know what to do. So we want to equip you with all the things that you need to know so that you can just really enjoy any phase of life that you're in and really look forward to how lovely it is to be a woman. And Kirsten, also share a little bit. You're going to bring in some of your ideas around leadership. Is that correct?
yeah, I want to say to everybody who listens that I invited Dr. Saida because I attended one of her retreats, maybe your first retreat in Copenhagen many years ago, and it made a huge difference for me. I had no idea about the genius of the feminine design. I had no idea about the biowisdom that we contain, especially as women. And I didn't, it was like having a Rolls Royce and not really knowing how, I didn't have the manual for my amazing body. And I would say that you, Dr. Saida, are a very rare combination of scientific knowledge, but it's embodied, it's experienced. It's not like theory. It's really, it comes from, you're speaking from this knowledge and not about it. And that's a huge difference from most other teachers who are not really as embodied as you are, Dr. Saida. So when you are in the room with Saida, you get something for free just by being in a room with somebody who has like trained this for years and years and years and really walks the talk. And so that's why I set this up. And what I want to contribute is I want to, first of all, help all the girlfriends who ask me, how about sex after menopause? How am I going to deal with that? Because they experience a big change and they're like, where do I go to get help
Yeah.
with this? And I'm like, Dr. Saida is the person to go to. So I wanted to help my friends, but also I'm very, very focused on leadership based on the feminine model. And women absolutely have to be the ones who lead the way to a new leadership. If we want a different kind of leadership than the one we are experiencing in the world right now, we can't just sit and complain about the guys destroying the world. We have to step up and show a different path forward, and that is not possible without embodiment. Forget it. You cannot talk about it. You have to be it. You have to experience it. You have to lead from that place and be that leadership in action. And that's why we wanted to combine. It's such a perfect combination because it's actually all about you know, integrating with your full self as a woman, and from that place, you become invincible, you become unstoppable, you become able to move mountains. So that's what I think is important about it. Besides helping women just understand the genius that they are, because we don't learn that at school. We don't learn that. Where do we learn that? Nowhere. The
Yeah.
gynecologists don't know it. The sexologists barely know it. They have a different focus. So this holistic perspective on female leadership. This is what I wanted to give people an opportunity to experience. So that's what we're going to do.
Awesome. Well, one of the things I have as my email signature is a sexually sovereign woman is a force of nature. And I absolutely stand behind that. When we can really understand and come into our own sovereignty, be in our bodies, as you said, we can move mountains. We are that force of nature. And this isn't something that you need to grasp outside of yourself. It's the lived, breathing potential within you that just wants a little bit of attention in order to emerge.
Exactly, exactly. I think the more I understand how extraordinary the female body is and the female, our wiring, and actually also the male. But now I understand why the feminine was suppressed for so many years, because it's a force to be reckoned with. It's like, ooh la la, enchantée, is she that strong? Forget about the masculine wall. This is what's going to break through any kind of wall. And I want women to have those tools. So come and join us. We have a couple of free webinars you can sign up for, but most importantly, note the dates, May 30th to June 1st. And if you are on holiday in Copenhagen, you can still enjoy yourself in Copenhagen, and we won't be working all the time like 24/7, but you will have time to just go and get really inspired and learn some amazing methods that you can use for the rest of your life. But you will also have time to enjoy Copenhagen at the best time of the year. So I strongly recommend that you
Yay.
come. Yeah.
Forward
So
to seeing everyone there.
yeah, see you.